Hello, and welcome back to Literally My Life, My Guide to Girlhood. I'm so excited to be recording this episode. But it's like a new feeling of pressure because I have my very first guest on the show. Let's all give it up for Penelope
Oh
Hammer.
my god, hey y'all.
Penelope is one of my dearest and closest friends. We met my freshman year of high school, and
Yes.
we've been friends since. I thought she would be the perfect person kind of for this episode because we are both children of divorce.
We love that for us. Like, it just stops here.
And so I feel like we always bonded over the struggle of having divorced parents. So I thought this would be a good episode. I thought you would be a good, reliable source. So I'm very excited to get recording to this episode. Thank you guys to everybody who listens. I always say that before every episode. Thank you to everybody who listens.
Woo!
You guys are the best. So we're gonna be talking about our experiences with our parents' divorce, how we view marriage because of that. We're gonna be talking about custody battles, joint custody versus sole custody. We're gonna be talking about everything. So get a little tear, like you're gonna tear up a little bit. So get a little tissue, get some tea, just like get relaxed.
Tearing up is crazy. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Maybe it is that sad. I don't know.
Okay, let's start. Okay, so how did you find out your parents were getting divorced? How old were you?
I was 9 when it happened.
You were 9?
Yeah, and
Oh my god.
basically, like, I was involved with everything. So I was there when it happened. I was there when my mom was like, get the fuck out of the house to my dad. So,
Really?
yeah, dude.
Stop. No, my parents divorced. So my parents broke up when I was like 3 or 4.
Damn.
But they were into legal separation because I think they were trying to make it work.
Yikes.
That didn't work out.
That did not work out.
And my mom ended up moving me and my sister back to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
They still tried to make it work out. They legally divorced until I was 7.
Did your dad live with you in Chicago, like once you guys moved, or was he in Denver?
He stayed in Denver.
Yeah,
my mom was fed up.
Oh my god. How would that still work though? That's like long distance relationship.
I don't know. It was kind of doomed.
And we all know that's not gonna work out.
But they didn't really legally divorce until I was 7. But I've never really had any memories of my parents being together. I have 1 or 2 memories of my parents kissing.
Oh.
Do you have any memories of your parents together?
I don't know. I feel like my head is so foggy. I can't even. I've talked about it so much that I'm kind of I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but.
So my parents divorced. Your parents had a custody battle?
No.
They came up with this arrangement on their own?
Well, my mom was like, I'm taking her, and my dad was like, okay, as long as I can see her. And there was a whole thing with the judge and.
Yeah, my parents had to go to court too.
Yeah, same.
So it was a big thing because my dad didn't want my mom to leave Denver. So he wanted it to be a thing where it's I can't move back to Chicago.
So they would stay in Denver. Or you would stay in Denver.
So even if they weren't together, we would still have to legally live in Denver.
Yeah.
But that didn't work.
That's so fucked. Now you're in Chicago.
I know, but I actually am grateful that I grew up here.
Yeah.
I like it a lot more than
That's good.
But once they had legally divorced, then it was this custody battle because I think my dad wanted sole custody and my mom wanted sole custody.
And it was just a battle back and forth.
For years.
Yeah.
Until I was 10.
What was the conclusion? What happened after that?
So my mom got sole custody, but my dad, it's not so, I don't know, because it's joint, but it's also sole in the same sense. My dad can also make medical decisions.
Oh.
If I was on life support, they would have to consider my dad's opinion as well.
Of course.
So he make medical decisions. He has to see a copy of my report card.
Oh.
Stuff like that.
That's really strange. I don't even
I don't know where that even came from. But stuff like that.
Work.
And my dad also fought for visitation rights. So legally he can come to Chicago every month.
Oh.
If he wants.
Does he come every month?
Okay.
Yo, this is the tearing up part.
Yes, you're gonna cry. You're definitely gonna cry. No, okay, so yeah. He doesn't come every month. I don't know. I feel like I used to kind of like have like a weird kind of relationship with my dad, but I feel like my relationship actually got better with my dad
Hmm.
after I got a cell phone.
Yeah, that's good because you can talk to him.
Yeah, did that happen with you or no?
I don't really know. I didn't really have a phone until I was like, I don't even know.
I got one at like 10.
I got one at like 11. I had one of those watches.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I could like call my mom and my dad on the watch, and I'd be like, "Ooh, hey y'all,
Hey.
hey Pookies." Um, but no, not really. I just was like there every other weekend, so I kind of like,
Yeah. See, I don't have that experience with my dad, like, because I
no,
didn't see my dad every other weekend.
right,
So it was like we had to kind of restore and kind of like, I guess, make up for lost time
yeah,
and do stuff like that. But I feel like we have a really good relationship, even though
yeah,
my
it's
parents
good.
are like driving me
I
insane
know
right
they
now.
are. I know. Do you still have that man blocked?
Yes,
Oh
I
my
do,
God,
because they're like driving me insane. They're driving me insane. It's so
it's just so
insane.
back and forth. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like,
Don't you hate? Okay, the thing that I hate so much about having divorced parents is that when you're around your mom talks about your dad, and then when you're with
your
dad
dad talks
talks
about
about
your
your mom.
mom. Yeah.
Why?
I don't get it. You're like in the middle and they're always like, "Oh, I don't want to put you in the middle. Like, I don't want to do this
They
and that."
always say that, and then
It's
they
like,
do it.
girl, you're just talking shit about the other person, and I couldn't give
And
a
it makes
fuck.
me feel bad because it's like, okay, I understand you may have bad blood with the other
Hmm.
parent, but I'm like, they're also my
You have your
parent.
own relationship with them.
Not only that, but it's like I feel like when like my dad talks about my mom and he's like, "Oh, your mom's like crazy or whatever," it's like that's my mom, so am I crazy? Like,
Like,
are
just
you
say
gonna
that
say
then.
that about me? It's so bad. I
Yeah.
don't know. Okay, so divorce. How did you feel when your parents got divorced? How did that affect
I
you?
didn't feel anything.
Oh,
I
okay.
was okay. I was very like I think I was so used to the fact that like everything was going wrong in the house already and I was
Yeah.
involved in everything that I knew something was gonna happen. So I think before they got divorced, like the part where I knew something was wrong is when it was like the worst part. Like I remember sobbing my eyes out when my dad was like forced to go to like a hotel because my
Oh,
mom didn't want him there because he
yeah.
like used her, and that's not good.
No,
So
it's not good.
so I think during that I was really upset, but when I was 9 and they divorced, I didn't really have much thought on it until
Used to them not being
right,
together.
exactly, until like everything happened with my dad and his drama. I think that really pulled it all together, but their divorce in general didn't really affect me at all.
I was so upset when my parents divorced. I
Oh,
was so
like
upset.
sobbing, crying,
Not
upset, or
even
just
like, I was just like disturbed.
oh,
Because it used to make me upset because I just wanted to do stuff with my dad, and I used to feel so bad that I just like didn't have my dad to do stuff with. Like, for example, and this is me being vulnerable. You bitches better not talk shit to me. I swear. I wanted to go. There used to be this daddy daughter dance
yeah.
in what is that suburb called near Evanston?
Girl, there's
What's
so many I don't even know.
okay? I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called. But there was like a daddy daughter dance there. Wilmecca. It was in Wilmecca.
What Mecca? Ew.
And I wanted to go with my dad every year. My dad never took me. I had
Did
to
you
go.
ask him?
Yes,
Oh,
and I had to go with my godfather, who was like he. I loved him to death,
yeah,
though,
of course.
but he was like 75 and he had dementia.
Damn you. I'm sorry, that's so sad.
And he had dementia, so he didn't know who
Yeah.
I was half the time.
Oh.
So,
That's not a good thing at all.
but it's
Shame on
alright.
your dad for
Shame
that.
on
Shame on
him.
him, bro. What's
Shame
his
on
name?
you, Sabi. Shame on you, Sabi.
Stubby?
But this is not a podcast to trash my dad or
Yeah,
my
no.
mom because I actually do love both of my parents a lot.
Live, laugh, love them.
Live life, love them. But I don't know. My parents' divorce affected me. Like I was so upset
Like
about
a
it.
lot. Did you ever have like really bad, what is it, depression rooms? Like, was your room ever like icky from just being so upset about it?
I feel like I would have had a depression room had I not had like the most neat mother in.
Okay, that's valid. So she was just like,
My mom
get
is
it
like
together.
so weird about cleaning. Like I feel like she has something with that. Like she'll be
Yeah,
like, if something's dirty, it like actually
it
bothers
has to
her.
be clean. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like If I didn't have such a neat mom, I would have had depression.
I mean, my mom has OCD, and literally my room is actually horrible at my mom's house right now.
Really?
Yeah, and it's so bad. It's just like seasonal depression, and I literally can't put any of my clothes away.
I hate doing that
I
sometimes.
hate it, and I'll like clean my clothes and everything, but it just ends up being like a stack of clean or like dirty
Dirty
laundry.
clothes, we're not judging here. We're not
It's
judging.
horrible. It's horrible,
It's
but
not the
that's
hygiene
life.
Olympics. It's
No. I mean,
okay.
I'm hygienic. It's just like sometimes I just can't fuck around with that.
I just remember I was always into writing. Like I was always into writing as a kid. I still have diaries from when I was like 6 years old. I had like all these
Yeah.
diaries of me like writing in my notebook, and I would like write stuff like, why does nobody love me?
I genuinely didn't start writing until like last year about everything.
Really?
Yes, because I have like a paranoia that somebody's gonna find it, read it,
Yes.
and then literally like I don't even know what would happen. I'm just
There's
hella paranoid.
there's some stuff like I've never written down because I'm like so scared like somebody's gonna like read
Somebody's
it.
gonna find it and be like,
I'm like, oh, never mind.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I feel like I really grew to like love my parents. Like I feel like I said, I feel like my relationship got a lot better once I got my own phone, and I started to build a relationship with my sisters who live in Denver,
Yeah.
and I started to build a better relationship with my
Right.
dad.
Just works.
And not until like a few weeks ago, like I could go to Denver like anytime I want, or my dad could come here anytime he wants, and he could like stay at my house, and it was like the perfect situation.
Yeah, there was no like big hassle.
Didn't we almost have it all?
Until you did it.
Didn't we almost have it all? Okay, so what are your thoughts? Because we've both seen marriages turn bad.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on marriage? Do you want to get married?
No, I
No.
fucking hate marriage. Period. Like, I'm so serious. If there's a good man out there, sure, but I feel like marriage doesn't really do anything for you. Like, I could date somebody for a long period of time.
Oh,
You
like
know,
Oprah? Like
oh,
just date somebody
oh,
forever?
God, not Oprah. I'm actually better than Oprah.
Oh, okay.
No, but I feel like marriage is just another, I don't know, what is it called? Validation. It's another form of validation for you to like feel better about yourself.
Oh,
Like,
interesting.
because
Yeah.
some people are like, oh, he's cheating on me, so if I get married to him, he won't cheat on me. Girl, he'll cheat on you
He'll
either
cheat on you
way.
anyway, and it's
So,
worse because you have to do
exactly,
so much to bring
for
it.
divorce, for like divorce. And it's like, if I'm not married and that man fucks up, then I can just leave,
Yeah,
you know?
that makes sense. I don't know, but
What
one
about
thing I
you?
don't. Okay, I believe in marriage, but I'm not too crazy about it. Like I'm not one of those people who like fantasize about getting married
Yeah.
and like think about rings and stuff like that. I would get married if I met like the right person.
Yeah.
Um, but one thing I don't believe in, and this could be like a whole different topic, but I would not have kids unless I was married. So
Okay.
like,
Yeah, no.
so I might like be childless.
Hey, that's okay. Like,
And that's
children are
okay
not
too.
the best.
They're not. They're
But
not. Imagine we have kids and they like listen to this.
I'm like, ooh. No wonder we grew up like this. Dude, I'd be so screwed if I had a kid.
Oh, my kids would hate me.
Oh, me too.
That's why I like off topic, but like I don't understand. I was thinking to my bed the other night. I was like, how do like girls my age have babies?
Dude, and like go to school with their child.
Strongest women ever. Like I feel like it's so different to have a baby at like 18, 19, 20. Like that's still teen mom, but it's
Yeah.
so different to have a baby at like 14, 15, 16, 17.
Or yeah, 17, yeah.
Yeah, like how do you have like what?
How do you do how do you live? How do you go to school? Like
How
those
do
are
you
some
do
strong ass
anything?
girls. You know what? Good for them.
Good for them because like me, I'm one of those people that cannot function without sleep.
Yeah.
A newborn?
No, even like being pregnant and sleeping. You know, I gotta sleep on your back.
No, you're not supposed to sleep on
You're
your
not
back
supposed
or
to?
your stomach. So you have to be side sleepers when you're pregnant.
What the
Yes.
fuck? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I already side sleep, so it's
I
okay.
sleep on my
Where my
stomach.
baby at? Wait, I don't want one. I don't want one.
I sleep on my stomach, so I don't know where that would ever work. But no.
You sleep on your stomach? Oh, what?
No, but getting married, like you said, people do look at it as like a validation sometimes.
Yeah.
But I do also, this is like a contradiction. I really like weddings.
You do. I think they're so pretty.
I love weddings. If like I could, I would like be a wedding planner.
You would eat that shit up
I would
too.
be such a good wedding planner because I love flowers. I love like just the idea of like getting married like in spring,
Yeah.
summer, September,
It's
like
just so.
that is so perfect. So I would like watch weddings all day if I could. But
Mhm.
like my own,
I don't know about that one.
it's like birthdays. Like this year, my birthday's coming up, and I've been so excited for like everybody else's birthday, but like my own.
Oh, what are you even gonna do for your birthday? Because didn't like your whole parent thing, like, and then like I didn't know what was going on.
I literally, that's still up in the air. That's up to
It's just
God.
flying.
That's up to
Ooh,
God. That's up to God.
love that. Love that for you.
So okay, but if you did meet like the perfect man, would you marry him? Like if he was like, Penelope, I love you so much, would you marry him?
I don't know.
Really?
I feel like if he's too perfect, I get tired of him. That's so bad. That's so bad.
No, but it's real.
But it's true. Like if
Yeah.
he's, I don't know. There has to be something else in there for me to be like, ooh, like he bad, but he also,
I know.
I don't
There
know.
has to be some kind of okay, this is something I hate to admit, but like women, not as much as guys do, but like I feel like women kind of like the chase as well.
They do, but also like
There has
I,
to be some like something about you that is like kind of like makes your heart skip a
ooh,
beat, like
yes,
something
that.
exciting. Like you can't
But
just be an all-American like, oh, I live in San
I love
Francisco
Jesus,
and I love Jesus and I like golden retrievers
and I
and
have blonde hair.
literally like you have to make that heart
Yeah,
skip a beat a little bit.
exactly, and it's
Maybe it's
like
like the thrill a little bit. Like,
exactly like I don't like a man that's mean to me. Of course not. Like I will not stand up for that at all. I will
I
not.
will not deal with like
No,
confusion in relationships. And I think
of
that
course
also
not.
ties back to my parents. Like, I have the shortest stick when it comes to like confusion in relationships. Like, if you obviously like more than just like being cheated on or whatever, but like
Yeah,
if we're like arguing all the time, you think I'm like gonna stay with you?
it's like no, bitch, I'm gonna leave because
Like
if we're
I have
arguing,
so many other things to deal with. Like, that's my
hmm
opinion on relationships. Like I have so many other problems in my life. Like if I'm going to school and I go to this really hard school and I play and I'm on cheerleading team and I'm like dealing with all my grades. I have so many other things to deal
yeah,
with. Why do I want to come home and fight with you? Like why are
fuck
you another
no.
problem?
He doesn't need to be
If
involved in it.
if you're not an asset to my life, you're not going to be in my life. Like that's how I look at relationships, and I think that's like why I haven't been
No,
in
you're
one since
right.
like the BC
Go
era.
for it. The beastie is crazy. Thick neck.
I'm like literally.
Anyways, moving on, y'all.
Moving on, y'all. Okay, so
Oh man, I gotta text my dad real quick. But continue.
how do you look at relationships now? Because we're 17. Obviously, we're not looking to get married. But how do you think about relationships now?
I don't know. Everybody's just so toxic, especially in
Yes.
this world now. I feel like nobody knows how to treat anybody right. Like
It's so like
it's
popular to
horrible.
be
It goes for
toxic
both boys and
and
girls.
girls.
Like either way, it's just you're
Like why is
toxic.
cheating so like popularized? Like cheating is like
I
the
don't
worst thing you
know.
could do to a
I
person.
literally have no idea. And I also hate like the bitches that post on TikTok about like how they just got cheated on and then they get like it's just like
Oh, like
I
the
feel like
roster
yes,
thing?
and they
Yeah.
make a whole thing out of it and it's just like please just move on. Like I
We're
get
not
it. I
doing
get
that.
it. You don't need to cry on, TikTok. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry, but like I
I get
can't.
that. I couldn't have a roster. Like I
Yeah.
understand maybe having options a little bit, like oh,
But like a
but like a
6-person
roster.
roster.
How do you wake up and have the energy to text like
I
five
don't
people good
know.
morning?
I get tired after like one person texts me.
I can't do that.
I
That's
can't
not my
either.
thing. I can't text five people good morning.
I mean I've done that before.
Have you
Yes,
really?
girl, I've done it.
No, I've never been able to do
I've had
it.
my era, but literally just guys are just so boring. It's always like, what are you doing? How are you?
Why do
Get to
guys
something
not
interesting.
put in effort? Like I've never been like I know guys will be like, oh, like I'll come over and I'll sleep with you, but
Oh,
I've never heard like, oh, like let's go to the movies.
oh,
Like
you're
I
just so
just
beautiful.
yeah, like oh let me get you some flowers and let's hang out. Like I
It's
just miss
never
you.
that.
It's never that.
It's never
It's
that.
never that. And I think it's because it's so popularized. Like hookup culture is so popularized.
Hmm
Let's talk about. We're gonna take a little side step and talk about hookup culture because I
Oh
have
Jesus
many,
Christ,
many,
yeah.
many thoughts on this. Okay, I definitely am. When it comes to like sexuality, I think that purity culture is its own thing, and I don't think that you necessarily have to like wait for marriage or like that's always your opinion, but I
Yeah.
don't agree with hookup culture. I think it's just
Mm.
so unfulfilling.
I don't like it either. I mean, like, I don't like only being with somebody for hooking up. Like,
Yeah,
it's just pathetic. Like, I don't.
I just have to have an emotional attachment to you. I
Of course.
can't sleep with a guy that I
Well,
don't know. I
Well,
can't do
also,
it.
how do people not get emotionally attached to somebody after you fuck them? Like, I'm sorry, but how does that, like, you guys are, like, sharing DNA, bro. I don't know
even
how
understand that.
the
I don't
DNA is
understand
in the
that.
DNA. It's just
And I'm not
swerving.
saying you necessarily like, okay, personally, I grew up in like a family where it's like a lot of my family members have waited till marriage before they had sex.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna be one of those people.
Yeah, good for you, though.
But like, I'm not saying that goes for everyone. I just like don't understand why hookup culture is so popularized because like I'll have guys. I was literally telling you guys. Okay, I'll talk about it on here. It's like the tea. So I met a guy. This guy like ended up texting me on Instagram, and he's not like my type physically, but he seemed really nice at first. And you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance with this guy because I feel like I always try to date for looks. Like, let me try dating for personality.
Yeah.
And so this guy's like really chill. Like he's like, we're supposed to hang out, like do stuff. And he was like, when I mean do stuff, I mean like actually like, go out,
and
go
do
roller
something.
skating. Yeah, like hang out with each other. And then like a couple of days ago, it became like really clear his intentions were like just to have sex with
Are you
me.
serious? What did he say to you?
It just like I just saw the conversation flip. He was like, I don't want to get too explicit.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just saw the conversation flip, and like it was like, oh, he like really just only wants to have sex. And I was like, are you serious?
He put in that effort, you know.
You did all of this just to get me in a bed.
Bro, dudes will do that shit,
Yes,
and I don't.
And I'm so glad like I never did anything with him. Like ew.
Like that man.
Ew.
Ew.
But like I don't understand that. Like
Me
why
neither.
his first thought was like, oh, like, you know, I haven't even taken this girl out to eat. Like me and this girl have never even like
But I
been
want
on
to
a
fuck.
walk in the park.
I want to fuck.
But I want to sleep with her. I'm like, why do you think I just want to do it?
Yeah.
Like why?
They
Like,
think you're stupid, you know.
they think that's just the norm. Like, okay, I don't
Exactly.
have to even like pick your flower out of my front yard if you're gonna sleep with me.
It's horrible.
It's so ridiculous.
I hate it.
Is it because everyone's parents are divorced? That's
I don't think that. I think everybody just has like fucked up issues, and
Everybody does.
they just like grew up poorly. I think. I grew up poorly too. Like my intentions when I was younger, like, was horrible. Like, I was a bad person, but like you learn from that. I feel like everybody has their moments.
Everybody has a moment. I had one too. Like summer of 2020.
Exactly.
I had like no morals. I would like do anything. I had like memories of me like walking down like the highway. Like,
Bitch, what? I never did that.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
No, but I don't know. I feel like divorce is so common. Like, I don't know. I can only think of like maybe one or two people I know whose parents are still married.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
are anyone's parents still married?
dude, I'm always surprised when they're
People's
still
parents
together.
are, because nobody's parents are married. Is that like a Chicago thing?
Listen, I feel like only rich people's parents are still together.
Because they have to be. Because
Like,
they
they
signed a
have to be.
contract.
Bro, literally, I'm like,
You don't see a lot of people in love.
no.
Especially, and it's getting worse in our generation. Like, especially with like baby mama, baby daddy culture.
Baby mama.
Yeah, like they like just hooking up culture. Like, okay,
It's
we can
horrible.
like hook up and we can like live together and have kids, but like marriage, marriage,
Marriage? What?
what? That is such a commitment. Like we have like 3 kids. But
Yeah, but okay. I feel like the kids are more of a commitment than the actual marriage.
You can't get rid of a kid. You can get rid of a marriage.
I mean, you can sell it.
We are not promoting child trafficking on this show.
Yeah, I didn't mean for that, but you know, like, if you were like a horrible person, you would sell your kids.
But I'm saying like kids are such a big commitment.
They are.
And then see,
it's just so much.
I guess the message of this podcast, because we've been rambling for almost 25 minutes now.
Oh yeah, we gotta move on. We gotta.
I think the message of this podcast is like how divorce is affecting people because like our parents got divorced and like now we don't value marriage as much as like somebody who grew up in a really loving home and like see parents who love each other.
Of course.
And I just think that really affects us. And so like, you know, I'm not saying we'll never get married. Like we might end up like really falling in love and getting married and like, having kids and being, like all that stuff.
This is literally just what we think right now and how we feel. So.
And it's sad. And although we still like have some, you know, objections to like hookup culture and you know, but we just don't want relationships in our which might be worse.
But I mean, like, it affected our relationships. You know, maybe one day, like, we'll get to the point where it's all good.
It's like a good thing because like
maybe
we only want to date like perfect people. Like we don't have to deal with the crap. We're just like
Exactly.
Mr. Perfect only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
perfect to be with us. I don't know. So I guess my question for everyone listening are like, are your parents divorced, or are like your parents together, and are they in love? These are
Ooh,
three
that's a good
different
question.
questions. Because like rich people, like you said, they can be together literally because rich people frown on divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Catholic people believe like if you get divorced, you're going to
It's a
hell.
sin.
Yeah. They have like contracts sometimes. Like I have to be
Horrible.
married for at least 2 or 3 years to get like a partier.
Are
Like,
you serious?
like prenuptial
Oh yeah,
agreements.
yeah,
Like we have
yeah.
to be married like at least 5 years, and if we divorce after the 5 years, then I can get like a range of your salary or something.
That's
like
really
that.
stupid.
But hey, that's smart.
That is smart. I feel like it's yeah, it's
There
all
are
over
like
the
all
place.
different kinds of prenups. Like if you have kids, then the prenups automatically like you can still get their money.
Yeah.
So listen to that.
Yeah, guys.
They ask you to sign a prenup. Remember that. But love is also real. We want to say that.
Love.
Love is also real.
It is real.
And connection and
Oh, I love connection.
Companionship.
Yes.
Different love. What's your love language?
Acts of service.
Really? Mine is physical touch.
I hate physical touch. Like
really? Stop. I love physical touch. I love like a really nice, tall smelling.
oh my god! I feel like I don't get attached easily. So like I also feel like a lot of guys don't know how to touch you. So
Not in like a
no, I'm not saying in sexual way. Like people they're just really awkward with it. And it's like I want somebody to know like exactly what to do to make me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And not in a sexual way whatsoever, just like in general. Like to hold my hand. A lot of guys are just like weird about it.
Yeah.
So,
Acts of service is a good one.
It is a good one. I love it.
So love is real. We've definitely met people. I've been in love before. You've been in love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we've been in love before. It's not impossible. If your parents, even if your parents, are fighting each other,
divorced,
fighting each other to miss each other, love is still real and it is still possible for everyone out there. That is not the message we're trying to send.
We're just talking our shit.
This is just our opinions. Okay, that's what I always disclaim. But this has been one of my longest episodes that I've ever recorded.
Yeah, we gotta end it.
And we're gonna let you guys rest your ears. This is us rambling about divorce and relationships, and sex and everything.
Everything.
But yes, just always the moral of the story, like being a teenager in the guide to girlhood, is that even if you come from a broken home, even if you come from divorce, you don't have to be. That's just one part of your story.
Yeah.
You don't have to be divorced because your parents were divorced. So it's all about the choices you make and the people you choose to love.
No, I agree.
And with that, we're going to end this episode. Thank you so much for being my
Thank you for having me.
We're going to go get milkshakes, guys. Thank you guys.
We're going to slurp them up.
Thank you guys again for listening to another episode of Literally My Life, My Guide to Girlhood. It is always such a pleasure to record this. I love this podcast. I love you guys. Thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys next week. Love, love, love
Bye.
you guys. Bye.